nothing is lost other than giving them a maybe they know which role to ban.
Yeah.
But if you're going to pick Witch Doctor, it feels like I
So,
mean, maybe they don't want Lycan more than DK. But
well, even if they wanted DK, I would say you should have picked DK before Witch Doctor then.
I would agree.
Because
Yeah.
whether they want DK, Lycan, whatever they wanted, I would always say pick your core before your support. But
I guess the only benefit is that they have less time from you picking your core to knowing what they want to pick. That's the one benefit, I suppose.
That's true.
And they go for an Alchemist, so that'll probably be Alch mid.
Gonna bounce back to the Moran. Unfortunately, it doesn't bounce on the Q. DK's stun comes out, as does a pause. Okay. Sorry, Binds. Tusk, he's not used any spells yet.
This makes a lot of sense, actually. I was very surprised he hadn't cast anything yet. I thought for sure he would have thrown an Ice Shard by now, because he would have had a better kill if he threw that when the Venge was to the left. And now they've had to even level stun on Dragon Knight level 1 just to guarantee the Ice Shard. So we'll see the Ice Shard. He can possibly tango to the right, but it should be a Venge kill.
Oh. We'll find out in just a second here. Iceberg, he's the guy you want to give the kill to. No fear. Does he even need the shards. He's going to get the block, and Iceberg gets the last hit. First blood going the way of Winstrike. And top lane, whoa, Enchantress. Taking a lot of damage there. Got down fairly low from aggressive with the tree grab right clicks. Going for the heal level 1 means no attack speed slow coming out from Untouchable. He's going to get surrounded. It's the power of the Tusk Enchantress. Finding a kill up there. Just a support, but
this was Necro's first 4 last hits on this push through. He really did a great job. He glyphed the first range creep that got low. At the same time, Necro used his nuke, and as a result, just getting the follow-up last hit. Yep, that'll be the Tusk kill too. This wave tree is really good.
Yeah, the Venge Tiny, with the amped up damage and the tree grab being physical damage, we're seeing Winstrike kind of struggle against this, at least at early levels. That may change.
We've got bounty runes coming up in 18 seconds, but Winstrike is pretty well positioned with all these towers dead. Look at the positioning of IG. They're not even making a play for bounties. And it looks like they're going to get all 4. And that's why Winstrike is in a better position, especially if you take a look at the Necro. He's got a relic himself.
Earthshaker was going for a bit of a neutral stack there into bounty rune play, but with the lack of map control, there wasn't really a play to be made for those bounty runes.
And Silent hitting buildings again.
Well, they take it anyways. You know, a kill's a kill and can buy you some time. The fissure is there into an arrow. No, they're not going to get him. The snowball's there into the creep wave here. Have they got detection? You've got to imagine they do with the Echo Slam. They managed to land it on 2. Non-Grata is going to go back here. No detection to spot out the IG heroes who are trying to finish off Non-Grata. Still, they just can't quite do it. In comes Iceberg. He's got the Reaper, but he gets caught by a max duration unstable concoction. He's dead. That's such a big kill. As the cast bouncing around, can they deal with XXS? The Maledict damage is going to be big. He Mantis, tries to buy himself some time to get out of there. Hiding in the trees, throws a stun out. Doesn't look like Maledict to finish him off. Nice arrow to follow up the unstable concoction. He's going to get that on the DK, and DK's dead as well. IG don't lose a single hero and take out 4. What a fight for them.
It was just a big mistake from Winstrike. Normally when your team gets initiated on and your whole team, the rest of them aren't there.
Well, here we go. Winstrike contesting bounty runes. They know this bottom side of the map is where IG will likely be playing. Fissure comes up first. It's Iceberg, though, with an Aegis. The arrow not going to hit as well, so may just be forced to back off here. Aggressive goes in, and the Ice Shard's block on XXS. He's actually trapped in here. Needs to be careful. Blade! Echo from Baboka! Baboka, you're a madman! He's gone in, taking out the Tusk. Necro is next. Absolutely insane Echo. They need to deal with Silent here as BKB's one off. There's going to be another unstable concurrent being channeled here. The cast bouncing around a little bit. Is it going to be enough here? Iceberg's lost his Aegis. He's going to be careful. Swap out from Q, just throwing away his life to help out XXS. He knows Iceberg's got a Reaper, and he's going to save XXS with that one. They're still chasing. They still want this kill. Blink forward from No Fear. Gets the punch. XXS in a lot of trouble. Has ulti in a few seconds here. Can he get it off? He likely will, but the Necro ulti's there. It's going to take him out. 2 minutes, he's dead. He doesn't have buyback as well. It's a disaster for IG. Potentially, they've taken out a few heroes here. Iceberg still hunting for more. Could get aggressive. Toss away. Is it there? Nope. Not with the snowball from Tusk. And all of a sudden, this game flips on it. Here we go. Will they need the Alk buyback, though? Back to real time. Winstrike are poking around at the high ground here. Alk is kind of hoping his team can defend without him. He'd love to not have to use this buyback. The Glyph will buy some extra time here.
Might do arrow swap. Nope, just going to throw an arrow to slow it down.
They may even just consider giving away 1 lane of Rax here if it means not having to buy back. Baboka does have Echo Slam once more. Smoke in his backpack, though, so we're not going to be seeing that one. And it does look like they may just give this one up. Baboka, Invis, Moonlight Shadow. delaying it further with a Fissure. Does he go for any kind of a Blink Echo to try and save the melee racks? It seems they're happy to just let it go for now. Here we go, Blink Echo on a 2, followed by a Totem. Baboka forces out the BKB from Iceberg. They finish off the melee racks here. Aggressive getting very low. The Reaper is there. Going to immediately buy back as soon as he dies here. They want to turn and fight this one. They throw out the stun, catches multiple heroes here. Iceberg gets barely away here. They're going to lose the 2 supports. Can they find more? The low cooldown from the Octarine. They're going to catch Iceberg with another stun. He can't get out of this one. His BKB not available. It's not going to be there to save his life. He's dead for 80, and he doesn't have buyback now. What's going on in this game? He's 100 gold short for it, and IG, it costs him a tiny buyback, but that's how you have to play against this Necro ulti. If someone dies, you cannot afford to be dead for that long duration. Tiny's the hero to kind of watch out for. He doesn't have buyback, which means if he gets deleted from the fight, it's all sorts of trouble. Glimmer Cape in, gets a Fissure. Echo Slam to follow it up, catches out 2. They've caught Iceberg, but the snowball save is there. Follow-up stuns coming in from the Alchemist. Can he finish off this stun? Reaper is there, aggressive. He's not going to die to this one. XSS has been BKB'd here. The Tiny does end up dying post-Reaper as Tusk dies in the trees to the Radiance damage here. Chase is on. XXS with the low Sorb in the front lines. Has a stun in a couple of seconds. Wants to wait for the Ghost Shroud. Can't afford to do so without stunning himself, so he doesn't do any damage, but he's got another stun, and this time there's no Ghost Shroud. XX says Manta dodge of the Dragon Tail is there, but he's lost his Chemical Rage. He can't keep fighting. He's going to keep throwing these stuns as much as possible with the bonus damage from his level 20 talent. He's doing some good damage here, but still Chemical Rage in a couple of seconds. He's going to be good to go very, very soon. Iceberg in trouble. He's incredibly low. He didn't get the Ghost Shroud off. He's dying to the Radiance damage. He's dead. 80 seconds on the sidelines here. Silent without BKBs in trouble. He's going to get chased down. Another stun. That's like the 5th, 6th. I don't even know. I'm losing count. How many unstable concurrents are there? This Alchemist is just out of control. Absolutely insane performance from XXS. And he's not done. There's a Witch Doctor. Well, the Alch might be done, but the Shaker and Venge, they're not done. They'll get the Witch Doctor. It
is just so hard to do anything about him in these team fights, especially with his BKB and his Manta style. After the first 10 seconds of the fight, then the Lotus will be really useful.
Oh, they're chasing once again. They get the initial stun on Nongrata. He's going to try to force himself out of there. Alchemist is going to get himself here with the stun. Lotus Orb put on himself for a bit of extra defensive play. Didn't have the Manta style to try and dodge it. The swap out from Q. He's not messing around here. Has a Glimmer Cape to try and survive this one. Should still die. Damage over time will finish him off. But Boka also dead. It's a shrine for good luck, for good fortune. As they approach the Winstrike side of the map. Once again, trying to fight underneath this ward here. They see Silent. He's not got the Aegis. Blink. After the Fissure, they get the chain stun perfectly. The Blinker from Nofir, he wanted the snowball save, but he's not going to get it. Instead, he's going to go down as well.
That's his gem, too.
I can only imagine here. They get the turn. They change target. They're going for Nongrata further down bottom on the tier 2 tower here. Nongrata gets chain stunned by the Venge as well. The cheese being popped just to keep him alive. But Boka did end up dying there as they continue to chase Nongrata. They're kind of all in on this chase here. The Alch stun will catch up to him. No Hurricane Pike for 5 more seconds with the arrow. This will be an easy kill. Man, that stun does a lot of damage. That was a... He didn't even channel that stun. It just instantly did about 500 damage.
Yeah, reduced his armor pretty low with the Acid Spray, but still, that was a big bit. Considering the initiation, though, I don't think Winstrike is extremely upset with how that fight went. It was a great try there by Tusk to try to jump in and save him. He hesitated at first.
Bottom lane, IG want these, and Winstrike aren't here with their whole team. They do have a shrine they can TP to. They're going to go on Iceberg here. They're completely invis up Iceberg. He's going to get initiated on Fissure into stun. There's going to be... Oh, he blinked into the Echo once again. It's Deja Vu. They both got buyback here, but Tusk couldn't find the snowball save.
I mean, what he did was very admirable. He blinks in, he ate the arrow. I thought that would be enough, because at least then Hugh gets stunned, Necro gets BKB off, or he tried to blink in and cast Snowball. Either way, it would have covered him. But, man, these timings, there's so many stuns that as soon as they catch a core hero like that they want to kill, they throw everything. They don't hesitate, and they don't wait to see if there's been a mistake. They just, everybody throws stuns.
Not try and defend their range tracks at mid, but they do need to perhaps defend this top lane. Echo Slam into the arrow here. They go in on Silent. He's been Glimmer Caped up. That's going to reduce some of this damage. He doesn't get a chance to BKB. There's no snowball save. He's dead for 100. Does that buyback. The swap back in on No Fear. He needs a snowball target. Will get it out on SRF, but I'm not sure that's going to save his life. Goes to the creep wave to back off a little bit. They're kind of ignoring him. They're going for the bigger fish here.
He can blink now.
And No Fear does blink. There's still a Fissure to chase him down. It's back at mid, though, where they're chasing the bigger kills. Nongrata, BKBs, turns and fight. Q just hugging him as close as possible. He says, come here, give me a kiss. Nongrata doesn't want any of this, though. He's in full retreat here. The unstable concoction with the arrow is going to catch him out in the end. As Tusk survives, but they find Enchantress instead. Both teams laying everything on the table here. Non-Grata in the front lines here. Aggressive scouting him as No Fear goes charging in. BKB from the Tiny. They're going to try and blow up the Tusk. They don't succeed in doing so. He got the snowball off to buy some time. Alchemist in the front lines needs to be careful. Pops his BKB with his chemical rage. Throws the stun. Doesn't quite finish him off, but the tree throw will. They take out the Tusk. In goes the Mirana with the BKB. They right-click down the Necrophos. Dead for 100 seconds. Immediate buyback coming out. XXS on the front line. Needs to be careful. The Impetus. The Rainbow Throws are chasing him away. Non-Grata once more. Tiny even buying back for this one.
Oh, so close.
There's nowhere for the Necro to TP to. He didn't have money for boots to travel, nor did No Fear. So they're stuck with just 3 heroes down bottom on the Winstrike side. But IG, they're so low, they can't fight. Baboka's like, let's get out of here.
That was so close. Alk lived with 36 HP on that last Maledict tick, but he played the fight great. As soon as the Maledict hits him, he starts juking around trees.
Here we go. Mid lane, Baboka charging forward once. A fissure initiation, going to totem on after. There's going to be a Tiny there as well. The DK on the high ground in a good position to focus down aggressive here. Alchemist going to turn, try and go an Iceberg here. Changes target to the Dragonite, who's been stunned up by a long duration stun here. Silent in all sorts of trouble. He does it buyback though if he needs it. Alchemist, he's been delayed from the game. Dead for 150 seconds with the Reaper kill. SRF, full retreat. Doesn't have any leap charges left, but where's the detection? They can't see him. There's a sentry mid. That will spot him out. He's dead for 2 minutes now. And you mentioned this next fight. It's Winstrike, who are playing to win, and they have taken down 2 big IG heroes who cannot buy back.
The initiation went on the Witch Doctor first, and that's a good hero to grab, but that was one of the few heroes that did have buyback. They were scared about Maledict, and it just didn't matter. Him dying just eventually produced Winstrike, working down the Alchemist, and even with the Lotus Orb, as soon as the BKB ended, and it was only 5 seconds, they snagged the Reaper kill.
Yeah.
And from there, it's just cleanup.
They didn't have the Echo Slam for that fight, which really cost them as well. And Winstrike, they thought about going for the top lane, but I think they realized Alk has no buyback. Mirana nor doesn't either. 2 minutes, those are on cooldown for us, so if they've been keeping tabs, they know this is a 5v3 push. And it's all up to Baboka with the Echo Slam. He's got to find a way to get this kill. He bought a casual Kaya for this last defense. Aggressive there as well with the Crystallis. Goes in, trying to force out some spells here. Gets tossed up in the air by the Lotus Orb, in fact, here. They're just going to right-click down the throne. Blink, Echo Slam, Baboka. Can he finish anyone off? Impetus there is going to just immediately delete him. He buys back, but he's got no second Echo Slam. That's the only way he could defend this one. He knows it's over. Throne going down. Winstrike have taken game 1.
Boy, was that a close game, but Winstrike's got to breathe a sigh of relief with the massive dominance they had leading up to about the 20-minute mark, and then just that huge team fight that IG pulled to actually equal the game up.
You've got 30 seconds to think, because this Lycan is a hero they were probably not expecting too much to come out.
And this is certainly going to be what messes up Mirana. It's the things. They've got Alpha Wolf, or they've got Wolves, they've got Summons. Those are going to block arrows. They're going to chase down Venge in a lot of cases. They'll chase down Nyx and Doom. Those are heroes that don't really want to get mana drained or right-clicked by a lot of little units.
Your whole team's getting run at, and Doom is not good against Lycan really at all, because he's just going to ulti and summon stuff, and then there's no point dooming him, so they get an Invoker last pick. Whoo!
Okay, so this, if he goes Exhort, it's going to make all the stuns much, much better. On the bright side, Doom is going to lane well against Lycan initially, at least. He's a melee hero. Go for some easy Inferno Blades. Baboka will be playing the Nyx Assassin.
I feel like it's, yeah, people talked about this being the 2-1-2 meta, got to pick strong dual lanes, but we've seen Earth Spirit, we've seen Tusk, we've seen Shaker, a lot more rotations towards the mid lane where they're going back to a pure 1v1, and it's no longer a 1v1 for XXS. He gets ganked and brought down by Asperg with the tree throw. Nicely played.
Yeah, really nice grab there. Hard for him to defend himself with that Quas, can't go invis, even if he had the mana, so. Picks up the kill, so good start for Iceberg. And yeah, the roaming has been interesting. Seems like, I mean, trading heroes were everything. Even during qualifiers, it seemed like that's all that mattered, was to win your lane, basically. But now they care about other things in the game. Hero matchups, how effective you're going to shut down their carries in the mid game. Maybe just Dota has become a little bit less lane focused as teams have adjusted to it.
And back at bottom lane, a lot of harass coming out from both sides as Curse of the Silence going to keep coming out constantly, but it's back at mid where Iceberg actually gets solo killed XXS with the Chaos Meteor Cold Snap combo. The right clicks as well with Tiny zero armor just doing so much to him that it adds up and leads to a solo kill. Back to bottom lane, Winstrike go. Tiny rotating down here as well. Doesn't have a Blinker, Shadow Blade or anything of the sort. Could be tossing some teammates in, and Shapeshift is up. with a Dark Troll Summoner. One of the very useful creeps to get here. 10-minute bounty runes coming up. The Sunstrike flying on out. That's going to land. Goodbye, Silencer. They're not going for bounty runes. They're going for the support kills here. Back to the tower goes the Doom. Unfortunately for him, there's a Lycan ultimate, and Winstrike want this Doom. SRF has been causing them so many problems. Got a lot of health regen here. Lycan's ultimate still got a decent amount of duration left, and that's going to be enough to get the kill. As Lycan does a very successful first shapeshift, and he gets solo kill gold for that. 550 gold at 10 minutes for Silent.
That's pretty huge. Let's start his Necro off a little bit faster here. Going the safe way back to safety, and XXS even TP, not going to find him.
Yeah, he thought he had a kill there if he...
Invis Nyx and also Pot multi is maybe why they're
down bottom.
about doing it.
Gets gone on by Weaver. Could look for a TP out here as the Crimson Guard. Is he going to go for this? The Snowball following this one up. Throws the Doom on the Weaver, actually. Global Silence coming out as well. SRF should be dead here, even with the Crimson Guard. He's charging forward, throwing away his life for this one. Q in the trees. Doesn't... Oh, going to go for the TP. Can he make it in time? He makes it out. Good call from Q.
Just ran out of stuns. Only so many.
Yeah. This is definitely the stage of the game. Ooh, Marana caught out by Tiny. Not going to go down. Stage of the game where things get pretty scary, though, with the Lycan push.
That catch was so huge. Like, Marana's not dead, but...
What a snowball. He goes forward. He dodges the Nyx Impale. He goes forward, though. Is this going to bite them in the ass here as Nyx Baboka trying to use his Carapace to keep himself alive, but that's not going to be successful. Always when a fly gets another +2. Pay for it with his life. Marana dies further back.
She got earned.
Oh, the earned damage over time. And Tusk got a solo kill gold for that. No fear. He's going to be very happy with that 800 gold bounty.
They did ping it, actually, but...
They ran past the Dire Ward with the Necro 3. Maybe they were just out of range. Sunstrike will scout them in the Roche pit. This Roche dies incredibly fast. They look to maybe deal with this Tusk who's in the trees here. Is there a Tornado? This may just be too late. Roche is already dead. SRF is going to have to just back off, and IG need to be careful not to get caught out here. The Lycan is going to go chasing here. The Tusk is trying to deal with some of these heroes as well. He gets a toss-up on the Nyx Assassin, and Iceberg's taking out Baboka. They want more, and they'll get more. They get the Venge as well. SRF trapped in Ice Shards as well. He's in all sorts of trouble. This Crimson Guard will only help you so much, and with Iceberg's toss coming back up, or Avalanche as well, he's going to go looking for more kills. Doom out on the Weaver. This should be the death of Non-Grata. The Starstorm makes sure of it, but it's still a 3-for-1 trade, as Winstrike very low in health. Sunstrike, not enough money. He's got it now. Does he go for it? He's not going to land it.
A little abnormal walk in there, but a great teamfight start. The instant blink punch from Tusk and the rest of the Invictus gaming heroes are kind of forced to retreat. And that's the benefit of having Global Silence, and it's definitely the benefit of having these really mobile carries. Always want to fly doing the smart thing, hiding within trees, whereas opponents aren't going to spot them. And
this push is scary. Tiny with tree grab. Vlad's picked up on Silent. They are hidden hard. We're going to see it here. Tiny goes blinking, and the Global Silence to back him up as well. Invoker, he's actually caught out. He's way too far forward. He's going to die. He's going to be forced probably a buyback here as they look to go for the Tier 3 towers. Crimson Guard is going to delay the push, reduce a lot of this damage on the buildings. No buyback yet from Invoker. As we do see a continued push coming. Top lane, Marana's been delayed and prevented from TPing. Tusk is following, but it's Venge who's going to take the next spill, and now the Invoker buys back. Glyph coming out as well. Aggressive is just stuck. Marana's not even here for this defense here. Luckily, they catch the Tiny with the Doom. He'll pop the Aegis. That may end this push. Yeah, they're tipping SRF.
That was a bit of a questionable Doom, but they do kill him. They get the Chainstone follow,
but it's a dieback.
It's over now. Like, they have nothing left to follow it up with.
Marana is still not here, by the way, Kevin. Marana had been getting chased around the entire top side of the map by the Tusk. Not just the Marana, but Tusk has not been here, and that's a much bigger loss for IG, who need this Marana. They're tipping aggressive. Nofia's like, look what I just did to you, my friend. Tiny's in behind the racks here. He's going for the kills. He wants them. He cakes out Marana, and no buyback as well. Both carries from IG are completely missing for the next 30 seconds. And IG, they GG out? Done. They're just done. They say, we're going home, we're packing our bags, we're headed to the airport, it's over.
Oh, it's got to feel so frustrating to get knocked out like that, getting so many wins in the groups, but they did the least good out of the whole group stage, and Winstrike just ran them over.